Hey Kendrick, you got a minute?
Yeah!
I need to speak to you.
Alright, be right there. So, you wanted to speak to me? No, you're fired. Yep, terminated. Boss! Done. Finito.
How am I supposed to keep a roof over my head now? I got kids!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to TVT, the Visionary Tycoon, a show where I go over real estate, business and financial advice, wellness, both physical and mental, along with documenting my journey towards trying to make the world a better place. I'm Kendrick, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why, if you only have one source of income in 2020, you're wrong. How many of you have experienced or either know someone who has experienced a situation in which they bust their butt at a job only to get released, fired, terminated with little to no warning? This sucks and is typically followed by stress, anxiety, fear, and can result in damaged relationships at home, poor health, and various other things, all because you're not prepared. Here's the thing, no matter how good of a worker you think that you are, you still have a boss that can terminate you with little to no reason, and if you're not prepared, that can be a gut punch that can shake up your entire way of life. Unfortunately, I was one of those who had to learn the hard way this very thing. Like I mentioned in a previous video, I used to work for a security company before I got in the National Guard, and thinking that I was planning ahead, I gave them 2 copies of my orders before leaving. For those who aren't familiar with what that is, it's basically a paper telling where I'm going to go, when I'm expected to be back, yada yada. Now, there are laws that I was ignorant to at the time that state that a job is not allowed to fire you once you leave for military duties and is obligated to give you a job with equal pay and hours upon your arrival. Somehow though, despite me giving them both copies of my orders, they lost both copies, and 3 months later, I still had no job with equal pay or hours, bills caught up, and I was looking at becoming homeless shortly afterwards. All because I was unprepared and was relying solely on that one stream of income. And I must say, it's not fun to know that this one company, this one entity was able to determine whether or not I ate, was able to sleep under a roof, was able to have any sort of peace of mind. That is a terrifying feeling, knowing that you might go homeless or that you will go homeless within the next couple weeks if you can't find another job because they screwed you over. This unfortunately can happen to anyone. It happened to me. Unfortunately, I was stupid. I didn't know about JAG, etc. But there's other jobs and other situations that doesn't involve military where you can be busting your butt at a job only to find yourself terminated with no other options. And to be honest, in 2020, there's no excuse for that. In your pocket, you most likely have one of these: a smartphone. Maybe not a Galaxy Note 10, but a smartphone nonetheless. And like any other smartphone, you have access to this magical invention called the internet. On it, believe it or not, you can find ways to use said smartphone to make money on the side via side hustles that are 100% legal and can earn you an extra 20 to 100 or more per week just with this. No degrees, no huge learning curves, just this and a time to apply this to make some of this. There's no excuse why you shouldn't have any type of side hustle, whether it's a skill set. You can go and clean houses. You can go and paint if you know how to paint, if you're an autistic individual. Give singing lessons if you know how to sing, or learn how to cook if you know how to make a recipe that's been passed down from generation to generation. Write that down. Your phone has access to various applications that will allow you to format a book, and you can post it on things like Amazon and various other locations for little to no money. So there's no excuse right now why you shouldn't be able to make any type of extra money on the side so that you can avoid being in a situation where you're fired out of the blue and have no other means of income. Now, if you want to know a few more side hustles, check out the video I posted on exactly that topic. In fact, check out both videos, both linked here, where one, I talk about side hustle ideas that you can do with little to no money that can earn you anywhere from 20 extra bucks daily to a couple hundred or a few thousand. All depends on how much you're willing to put in work. So check that out if that's something you're interested in. But be warned that they are not get-rich-quick schemes. I don't believe in those, nor would I ever try to give you, my viewer, that type of information. So when you watch these videos, understand that one, most of these won't be great deals of income coming in right off the bat. You will have to grind and put in actual work and learn new skills in order for these to benefit you. Some not so much, but for the most part, you will have to put in work. So if you're not willing to work, you're not willing to succeed. And if you're not willing to succeed, I can't do nothing for you. So to keep this video from being drawn out, I don't need to reach no 10-minute quotas. I'm not even monetized at the time of this video being made, so I could care less. I'm just trying to give you some information. In 2020, there's no real excuses for why you should only have one source of income, whether that's working 2 jobs that you go and trade time for money, or whether that's developing a skill set using your smartphone for little to no money to make more income or extra income so that you won't find yourself in a stressful situation if your job ever decides to let you go. I really do appreciate you for sticking around to the end. If you enjoy this type of content and want to hear more of what I have to say, make sure to hit the subscribe button followed by the bell notification icon so you can be notified when I post my next video, which is every Monday. I'm Kendrick, and until next time, I'm out.